Good morning, everyone. Even though technically it's afternoon, it's like 12-ish. Whatever. Okay. Um, this is this conversation today is going to be about. I gotta stop staring at myself. This conversation today is going to be about the Westboro Baptist Church and other related things. Now, before we get to the Westboro Baptist Church, you have to understand a couple of things. One, I hate hate. How ironic is that? I hate hate, but it makes sense, right? In a way, it does. And if it doesn't to you, that's okay. I don't expect you to understand. Um, Two, I'm a homestuck. And this will be tied into the conversation later. Trying to think of a third thing. I don't think there's a third thing, so let's move on. Okay. So, I I have a problem with the Westboro Baptist Church, and I try not to hate people. And I've only recently gotten over like various little hate things that I've had from younger years, and just getting over stuff, and it's just hard. And it's just like it's just it's hard to get over things you hate. I know, I know it is really hard to get over things you hate. It's a long and painful journey, and I did not like my long and painful journey. And I'm still having a hard time getting over a lot of it. And it's just. And so I've gotten over most of my hate towards some religions, because just. I used to think some religions were horrible, but they're not. No religion is truly horrible. And then the Westboro Baptist Church comes along, and I'm just like, son of a bitch. And it's just terrible. It is so freaking terrible that oh my god, like the level of terrible it is just incredible. And I don't know how to deal with the Westboro Baptist Church. I don't know. I mean, seriously, I can't. The shootings with the 20 children. 20 children, man. And you say that this was because God was punishing the state for allowing gay marriage? And then a man who fought for your freedom, you protest his funeral because he's gay. And then on top of that, Homestucks. You're like, there's a rumor going around on Tumblr right now that there's a guy on Omegle from the Westboro Baptist Church taking pictures of Homestucks on Omegle and going to go to the government and say these people are terrorists. And so this is coming back to how I'm a Homestuck, okay? And as much as I love my fandom, yes, there are some bad people in the fandom, and it does look pretty weird, because for someone who doesn't know what Homestuck is, in between the astrological symbols and the candy corn horns and the gray skin, it looks like devils. And it looks like devils, and I realize that. But but it's not devil worship, and if you're into devil worship, that's okay. Why the fuck do I care? Why the fuck should anyone care? And sorry for the F-bombs. And it's just, on top of that, like, I wish people would realize if you ignore things like this, they go away. And I try my best to ignore the Westboro Baptist Church, but man, you guys really know how to get people's attention, and not in a good way. I'm giving you props for getting people's attention, but Oh my god. Oh my god. And you know what? You know what? Leave people alone. Just please, leave people alone. You can hate them all you want, but you don't have to shout it out to the whole entire world and be little rage monsters and just just stop. And I don't like seeing hate in the world, and I hate the fact that people feel that they need to hate others to feel better about themselves. And I'm sorry if something happened to you when you were a child or when you were younger to make you hate people this much. Because no child is born hateful. No child. They usually get hateful from how their parents raised them. Not, and you don't even have to be raised poorly or have your parents ignore you to have hate come from your parents. And bullying and just hanging what your friends think and other things. And it's just, I'm sorry. I really am. I'm so sorry that you have to hate this much because that you feel like this is the only way you can express yourself. That you hate so much because you don't know what to do otherwise. Trust me, I know what it's like. I was bullied as a kid. A lot. I can't remember most of my elementary school year because I was bullied. I was bullied and I was misunderstood. And it is the sickest thing. The sickest fucking thing. And I'm sorry if that happened to you too. And instead of and you kept on hating anyways, that you didn't decide to be better than the people who were mean to you. And I am so sorry that we don't agree. And I'm saying sorry because I know I can't change you. I'm saying sorry because I know you might never agree with me. And I'm sorry that we don't think the same way. Actually, I'm grateful we don't think the same way. Because because, God, just, if everyone thought the same way, the world would be the most boring place in the world. That was kind of redundant. It just be, everything would be boring, and everything would be the same, there'd be no opinions. And, I'm glad for diversity, but could you at least do us a favor? And just, if you have something really mean you want to say it to someone who you know is going to listen and not be offended by it. Don't just spew it out to the world, to people who are going to be offended by it, and don't try to offend people. It's just terrible. It's so terrible, and I hate it when people do that, okay? I've dated. Actually, no, I haven't dated. Like, okay, yeah, I've gone on dates with people like that who feel like they're better than everyone else and feel like all they need to do and that they don't need to hate or no. But they feel the need to hate because people don't recognize that in them. And just, it's horrible, okay? They're truly the saddest people I've ever met. Really, just the saddest people I've ever met. The worst part is they always think they're right. And I mean, I'm not saying they aren't, but how do you really know? I don't know if I'm right. I mean, hell, I could be wrong. For all I know, you could be totally right about God punishing or I'm not saying this is true and I hate this and this is stupid and you are stupid. But you could be right. I'm just saying I'm just stating my opinion about things too, and I don't believe homosexuality is a bad thing. That's my personal opinion. And you know what? You have your opinion, and you're entitled to it, and I'm entitled to mine. And it's just, and it's crazy because I've been to places where you may have differences, but you agree to disagree, and you still like each other as friends, which is much nicer than just hating each other. So much nicer. Have a good day, everyone.